Camden was such a beautiful city, you wouldn't believe it. Years ago, it used to have stores on every corner. You didn't see no vacant lots, houses. It was clean, the water was good, the air was fresh. Now the air is bad and the water is poisonous.
Camden has the second highest cancer rate in New Jersey and the 8th highest in the nation.
The children were sick. They were coming home from the hospital with breathing apparatuses, where years ago, say 5 years ago, it was only one child coming home with a breathing apparatus. Now it's 4 out of 5 are coming home with breathing apparatus.
The main complaints are asthma and cancer. Practically every hearse you see pulled up, someone done died from cancer.
The county, which is predominantly white and fairly affluent, dominates Camden politics in a lot of ways, and it started using Camden as the place where the things that no one else wanted, they got put in Camden.
The city is home to 103 toxic sites.
This is our park for our children to play in. But at one end of the park is the cement plant, St. Lawrence cement plant, and at the other end of the park is the sewage treatment plant.
One, the factory runs around the clock. Two, the trucks are running 500, 600 trucks around the clock. They have this dust, this black dust behind us. They have it sitting out. They don't have it in containers. If we have a strong wind or a storm or something, this dust is picked up and it's blown all through the neighborhood. It's all in your window sills, all on the ground, all in your eyes.
And we found out that cement will cause your arteries and your lungs to harden. Cement is cement.
Bonnie Sanders leads the local environmental group South Camden Citizens in Action. The group organized several community protests against the opening of the St. Lawrence cement plant.
I think any community would believe that the statutes of this country would protect the residents and the inhabitants of a community to say that no more. We shouldn't be disproportionately subjected to toxic waste sites any more than anyone else just because we are minorities and poor.
The group sued the New Jersey Department of Environmental Protection, charging racial discrimination.
The judge granted a preliminary injunction, which took a lot of people by surprise and made us very excited. Here's the $60 million facility that was built, that's ready to start operating, and here this little community group stopped it in its tracks.
But 5 days later, the U.S. Supreme Court made a decision that limited the rights of people to sue on the grounds of racial discrimination. As a result, the Camden case was thrown out of court. Now, in order to prove discrimination, South Camden Citizens in Action has to find what amounts to a smoking gun.
For the Camden people, the only arguments really that the court has left for them is that they prove that the people did this for the purpose of harming them. That's a very high bar, and it is difficult for us to get into the minds of others and prove subjective intent unless you wrote a memo or said, I want to put this cement plant in South Camden because I want to hurt black people. Now, if we had that memo, yeah, you can go to court. But absent that kind of evidence, the court is saying the doors are closed.
The children is the ones that's suffering. The children that's walking down the street and passing out. All they doing is more and more every day violating our civil rights.